Welcome back to this week's episode. Last time we left off here, I was about to head out into null space and try and mine some ice. As you can see, that did not go very well. My procurer got instantly blown up by Dreadnought Rat. So my underlying skills, my equipment, everything is not up to par. So the dream of nullsec ice is gone. For me, that's a good thing. The last 2 weeks have been pretty slow. Hasn't really been too much expansion. We've sold a few contracts here and there, but I've already done most of my contracts this month. And the sell orders I have out, they sell a little bit. I can feel that there's not much progress being made, and in order to do progress, we're talking probably months of skill training. So I have reached a point here where I cannot scale myself anymore, which means that it's time to open up ARDCO for recruitment. Because right now what I'm doing, I'm essentially waiting for a little sale to happen so I get a bit more in my wallet because it's pretty low now. Produce a few more fuel blocks, trying to make a little sale. This pattern is not wrong in itself. This is what you're trying to do, but the thing is I cannot scale it quicker than I get money in. I could continue to do this indefinitely and I would reach my goal eventually, but it wouldn't be a great YouTube series. So therefore, it is time to not play the game as the character of Ardal Corvallion anymore. Time to open up ARDCO. Initially, I just want to have around 2 to 5 members. We'll have to see when the applications start dropping in. But I'm still about this slow progress. And these first few members, I want experienced people, and I want them to act like a think tank and a guide for me to set up the company. Sort of a line members recruitment will take place further on once everything is set up and complete. But what do I actually want ARDCO to be? And the first point I put down is just simply fuel service. But it's an important point. I'm not looking to be sort of a refinery. I'm looking to be a fuel service. I'm not looking to produce the fuel blocks myself. What I'm aiming for is the service part and, in a sense, the distribution. And I want to make ARDCO not like a full-time job thing. I want this to be a place where you can have an alt to do a bit of fuel block production, a little bit of ice mining on the side, that you'll make decent money, but you don't have to spend every waking hour and join fleets and stuff. And I want there to be like no minimal taxes, and I want the buybacks to be very, very fair so that you're actually making money. I want the selling point for members ARDCO to be that they're actually making money. I want them to think like instead of having a PI alt, they'll have an ARDCO alt where they can make money on the side. And I want to make the organization for the company very slim, very streamlined. I'm going to try and set it up in a way where there's not too much administration. So what do I expect from the initial think tank? I'm not expecting a tons of tedious work or taking on an administrative role. I'm just looking for people that have experience, that want to be a part of this and can help me out in the beginning. And this especially in terms of distribution, buyback programs and corporation management. I'd be very happy to take on alts. If you just want to be a part of this for a bit, help me out and then do your own thing, absolutely fine. So if you feel you have something to contribute, send me an in-game email with your application list. Whatever you feel is relevant. I'll pick 2, 3, 4 people. Some of you are already realizing that I had about 50 million in my wallet. How on earth am I going to make buyback programs? And you'd be correct, I'm not able to right now. But this is a good thing about transitioning over to the company. I didn't feel earlier that I wanted to take help because it would ruin the progress for me as a character. But now when I'm transitioning into ARDCO, the company, and where the buyback program will go to other people, and it'll just be the progression of the company, I'd be very happy to accept help from others, as it'll be going to the company. So for those of you who have been interested in helping me out before, this is your chance, because I'll be taking on investment for ARDCO. These will be used to fund the buyback programs for the company, to get us off to a decent start. I'll also offer you a 4% return. Can't say when. I don't know when we'll be profitable, but at some point I will pay back whatever investment you did, 4% interest. And again here, just send me an email in-game so I know that you're actually interested in investing. And we could discuss, maybe there's some perks involved. I can do a video shout out, maybe an advert like I did earlier, maybe some future Discord access, things like that. Or if you can think of anything yourself, just let me know. So skill-wise, I have dropped pretty much everything I was doing. The only thing I can really think of in the coming weeks that could be useful would probably be deep space transports. I get into the distribution side of things right now, but I'll have to see a bit when we get the think tank going what could be useful. But I'm definitely going to move away from the actual production side of thing and not focus so much on that myself. I'll still be doing it, of course, but my role will move more towards distribution and management. Right now I'm only training old trading skills that's been left in my training queue. They're never going to be bad things to have. I'd also like to hear if you guys have any inputs. Anything you would do with the company would be cool to see. Just write something in the comments. But otherwise, that will be it for this episode. A bit of a shorter one, but we'll come back next week, hopefully, with a big update on corporation and the plans for the future. I'll see you then.